Okay, hello and welcome. This is half and half yoga, half gentle, half yin. So we're gonna start our practice off with just a really simple flow. And then on the tail end of practice, we'll get into some more yin-like postures that we're gonna be in for a little bit, and it will help with really getting the deep connected tissue worked through, stretched out, all of that. So I always encourage, especially when we're online, just really listen to your body. Whatever feels good, go there. And if something doesn't feel right, dial it back a little bit. I'll be sure to give you modifications up and down from a middle line. So for practice, I'm going to show you how I get set up. So we're going to have our mat. If you have any crunchiness through your knees, go ahead and take your blanket and just unfold it through the center of your mat so you have a cushion for whenever you're kneeling down. Not required, but if it helps, I want you to be able to utilize that. And then if you have a bolster, great. And if you don't have a bolster, go ahead and grab like 2 thicker pillows and just keep them handy. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that over there. Awesome. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So coming to your mat, go ahead and take your knees to the mat or to the blanket. Drop your hips back to your heels. And then we're going to start in child's pose tonight. So maybe even take the knees a little bit wider, walk the hands out further. And you can even let your forehead rest to the ground or just let your head relax as much as possible. Now in this child's pose, take your fingertips nice and wide. Let the shoulders sink in, heart melt down. And in this space, just coming to the breath, inhaling through your nose and exhale through the nose. Allow your head to rest if you can. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through the nose, but allow that breath to funnel through the back of the throat. Inhale through the nose and exhale. This cleansing breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling through your nose and exhale. Becoming more aware of our presence in this space with every inhale and every exhale. Deep inhale. And exhaling, go ahead and walk your hands over to the right, maybe even taking your left hand just off the right side of your mat. Your right hand stacking on top of the left. Continue to let your heart melt down, shoulders press. Maybe you let the forehead rest. But you feel that extension through your left side body. Breathing into the rib cage. Continued breath. Really using the breath, the body, to just find a little bit more space. One more inhale. And exhaling, walk your hands over to the left. Maybe your right hand coming just off the side of the left side of the mat. Left hand stacks on top of the right. Let the shoulders melt down. Feel that extension through the right side body. And just coming to the breath. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale and fill up. Exhaling, walk your hands back to a neutral space. Inhaling, drawing yourself up to a tabletop posture. You can take the knees hip distance apart. Hands directly under the shoulders. So shoulders, elbows, wrists all stacked. And maybe just rock the hips from side to side. Just getting comfortable in the space. Deep inhale. And exhale. Find yourself in a neutral spine, with a neutral spine. Inhaling, allowing your belly to drop, heart to lift, gaze to turn up. And exhaling, drawing navel to spine, rounding through the lower back, through the shoulders, maybe drawing your chin to your chest. Inhale, belly drops, heart lifts, gaze up. Really intentional with our movement. And exhale, press it all the way, finding that curve through the spine. Inhale, belly drops, heart lifts. And exhale, release. Press it all the way. 2 more, all on your own. Inhale, belly drops. Heart lifts. And exhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhaling, finding a neutral spine. And exhaling, go ahead and tuck your toes. We're going to walk the hands back toward the knees. And if you can drop the hips down to the heels, go ahead and let yourself sink in here. Maybe even pick your pinky toes up, press your pinky toes into the ground. Awesome. Inhale the arms all the way up. Nice big circular motion with the arms. And exhaling, draw hands to heart center. 2 more full breaths. Inhale, arms up. Exhaling, hands to heart. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, arms, reach them up. And exhale, sweep the hands down, untuck the toes, wiggle the toes. Feels good. Retucking the toes. Maybe we stay here in our tabletop. So this is an alternative to down dog. Or tuck the toes, lift the shins, start drawing your heart back towards your thighs as you start to extend through the arms, through the legs. You don't have to have a full extension. You can keep soft knees here if you like. Maybe take the feet a little wider. But just getting settled in. Maybe pedaling the feet, pressing one heel, softening the opposite knee. Switch it up. One more inhale. And exhale. And when you're ready, slowly start to walk your feet to meet your hands all the way at the top of the mat. You can even walk over the blanket, but we're coming to the top of the mat. Inhaling, drawing your hands to your shins. Reach your heart forward. Keep soft knees if you need. Exhale, sink into that fold. Let your head be super heavy. Maybe shake your head yes and no, no and yes. Deep inhale. And exhale. Softening your knees. Inhale, we're going to roll all the way to standing. So really think about stacking the vertebrae as you come up. Drawing the hips forward. Start to stack. Rounding through the shoulders, the neck. And then slowly reach the arms all the way up. Forgot that I'm always out of frame when I don't push my computer back. Go ahead and do that. Awesome. So you're standing nice and tall at the top of the mat. Beautiful. They're reaching all the way up. Now I have a head. Woohoo! Awesome. And exhaling, hands are going to come to prayer, drawing hands down, heart center. Inhale, both arms all the way up. In this practice, we're going to be playing a lot with open heart postures. So this first one, exhaling, go ahead and take your hands, interlace the hands behind you. You can keep nice soft elbows, or you can extend through the elbows as you reach the hands down, heart lifted, maybe a gentle look up. And exhaling slowly, mindfully, hinging at the hips, soft the knees if you need. Folding over, maybe the hands reach up or over, but nice big heart opener, deep inhale. And exhaling, sweep your hands down to the mat. Take a step back to your down dog or tabletop, either way is fine, or maybe a little bit of both. But coming into this down dog, inhale, go ahead and reach the right heel up. Awesome. So you can keep the hips square to the ground if you like, or you can open up through the hips, stack the right hip on top of the left. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, fill up. And exhaling, go ahead and take a big sweeping step or a couple baby steps if you need, but the right foot is going to meet the hands. You can even assist yourself with your right hand, just taking the right foot all the way to the front. Awesome. We're going to keep the left heel up. And inhale, come all the way up. Nice. We're in this nice high crescent lunge. Keep that nice lunge through the right knee. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale and fill up. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhaling, back heel's going to hinge down, and we're going to open the heart up to the left. Arms extended into warrior two. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale and fill up. And exhale, go ahead and cartwheel the hands to frame your front foot. We're going to take a step back, right foot meets the left. So as many steps as you need to get back. If you need to come through tabletop, feel free. Inhaling, take your left leg all the way up. Stacked or squared hips. Continued breath. Deep inhale. And exhaling, go ahead and step the left foot forward as many steps as you like. Assist yourself with your left hand if you like. Back heel stays lifted. Inhale, come all the way up. Holding it here. Mindful breath. Deep inhale. And exhale, hold. Inhale and fill up. Exhaling, hinge the back heel down, opening your heart to the right. Arms are going to extend parallel to the ground. Awesome. Left arm's reaching forward, right arm's reaching back. Keep the gaze over the left hand. Hold it here. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale and fill up. And exhaling, cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot. Take that step back to your down dog. Deep inhale. And exhaling, walk your hands to meet, or walk your feet to meet your hands all the way at the top of the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift, hands to shins, draw the heart forward, the shoulders back. And exhale, fold. Soften your knees. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Reach the arms all the way up. And just as we did before, exhaling, hands interlace behind you. Inhale, the heart lifts. Maybe extend the arms, maybe keep soft elbows. Breathe it in. And exhale, hinge your hips, soften the knees, fold forward. Maybe your rib cage meets your thighs. Extending your arms up, maybe over. Deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and release hands, frame. Step back to your down dog. Tabletop if you like. Awesome. So this time, inhale, right leg lifts up. Go ahead and open the hips up if that feels good. Only for a brief moment. Exhaling, we're going to step it all the way forward. Couple steps if you need. Beautiful. Back heel stays lifted. Inhale, arms reach up. And now exhaling, back heel hinging down. Open the heart to the left. Keep the gaze over the front fingertips. Deep inhale. And exhale, hold. Keep that nice lunge through the right knee. Inhale, fill up. And exhale. Go ahead and take your hands behind you. Soft elbows if you like. Maybe extend the arms, but inhale, we're going to look up. And exhale, we're going to fold to the inside of the right knee. So we don't have to have a deep fold. You can keep your chest kind of parallel to the right leg. Maybe you drop the head. Maybe you keep the gaze down. Whatever gives you the most stability. Deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and release both hands to the inside of your right foot. Awesome. And then yogi stroll to the center of your mat. I'm going to turn around so that I'm not facing the wall. But you're going to be at the center of the mat and folded forward. Nice. Deep inhale, halfway lift, maybe up to the fingertips. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Let the head relax. Maybe shake the head, yes and no, no and yes. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold a little deeper. Soften your knees. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms all the way up. And exhale, hands interlace. Awesome. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, folding forward. Keep the weight in the heels. Maybe the arms come up. Deep inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, fill up. And exhale. Go ahead and release the hands under the heart. And we're going to yogi stroll to the left foot. So you'll be facing the back side of the mat. So walk all the way over. Awesome. And then taking a step with your right foot to meet your left. We're going to meet ourselves at the back of the mat. Beautiful. Inhaling, halfway left. Take the hands to the shins, soft knees. Draw the heart forward as you draw the shoulders back. And exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, rise. And exhale, take the hands behind you. Lots of interlacing, lots of heart opening. It'll feel good at the end when we come into our yin postures. Inhale, heart lifts up. And exhale, fold. Continued breath, hold it there, hold it there. Just checking time. Beautiful, we're doing great. Deep inhale. And exhale, go ahead and release your hands. Take that step backward. You come to your tabletop or come right into your down dog. And from the back of the mat, inhaling, your left leg lifts up. Open up. Deep inhale. And exhaling. Take that step, couple baby steps if you need. Assist yourself with the left hand if you like. Back heel stays lifted. Inhale, arms rise. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale and fill up. Exhaling, open up into your warrior two. Left arm reaching ahead, right arm reaching back. Deep inhale. And exhale. Interlace the hands behind you. Inhale your heart, lifting up. And exhaling, folding to the inside of the left leg. Maybe keep your chest parallel with the thigh. Maybe even lean the left rib cage on the thigh if that feels good to you. Maybe sink in a little deeper. Or you can keep the gaze down, whatever keeps you the most stable. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale and fill up. And exhale. Go ahead and release both hands to the inside of your left foot. We're going to yogi stroll to the center of the mat. Awesome. I'm going to turn around again. Making it all funky. Okay. So from the center of the mat, inhale, roll to rise. Come all the way to standing. Take the arms up. And exhaling, reach the arms out. So fill up as much space as you can. Maybe even look up. Maybe even close the eyes. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale and fill up. And exhale. Go ahead and draw the hands back together. Fold. And when you're ready, yogi stroll to the right leg. So you're coming back to the top of the mat. Step the left foot to meet the right. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, slowly, mindfully. Reach the arms. And exhaling, hands draw to heart. Beautiful job. Stay right here. Go ahead and take your hands down by your sides. Open the palms toward the front of your mat. And I want you to draw the shoulders together and down the spine. Really plug the shoulders down. And just feel your breath enter and exit your body. We're slowing things down on purpose. Inhale, fill up. And exhale. Maybe recognizing some warmth through the body, feeling our movement. Deep inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and release the eyes, release the hands, maybe shake the arms out. Inhale, arms all the way up. And exhaling, sweep all the way into that forward fold. But from here, we're going to soften the knees and go ahead and release yourself into a seat. So that mat or the blanket that's behind you, come all the way down to it. The seat bones hit. Awesome. And we're going to extend our legs forward. So if you have tight hamstrings, you need a little blanket or support under the knees, you're welcome to that. You don't have to have them fully extended if that doesn't feel good to you. But inhaling, take the arms all the way up. And we're going to reach the heart, the ribs, really hinging at the hips and fold over the legs. You can take your hands to frame wherever feels best. Maybe it's just to the outside of the shins. Arms are fully extended. Maybe we start to dip down. Maybe we start to walk out a little bit further. Awesome. So this is going to be our first yin posture. And there's a kind of rhyme and reason to this. Whenever we're doing something where we're opening up one side of the body, we want to be able to have that counter pose. So a lot of times forward folds feel like a counter pose because we're not opening up through the center from the front. If you're here in this forward fold and you want a little bit more support, those two pillows that I was telling you about, or a bolster, you can also take those over the knees or over the thighs, and that can be kind of like a little support as you lean forward. Keep the toes flexed, but we're going to be here for a moment. Allow your head to relax. Find length through the back of your spine. You can even stack those pillows on the shins and give your head support if you're at that point where you're like, I think I can get my head a little bit further. So in our yin postures, we're finding ourselves in the posture at 80%. And during the time that we're sitting in the posture, we're giving ourselves time and patience and compassion to find our own personal 100%. So all the while staying connected to our breath. Just get connected to the breath. Good job. Beautiful. During our yin postures, our mind tends to get a little louder. So whenever it gets a little louder, we come back to the breath. We don't have to ignore our thoughts. We don't have to let them go. Just allow them to pass gently. Slowly start to press yourself up. Awesome. And as you come up, we're going to go ahead and take the legs wide. So keeping that bolster, that pillow set handy. You can go ahead and place it in front of yourself if you like. You can also place it long ways if you have a longer sort of pillow, but we're going to fold forward with the feet wide. Keep your feet flexed. Inhaling, arms all the way up. And then exhaling, reach the heart, reach the ribs, folding forward, maybe stacking the hands under the chin. Maybe chin to the bolster, the pillows, or maybe beyond. So whatever feels good. You can even kind of experiment too, like just soften the feet for just a moment and then really flex the feet and see where you feel it in the body. Relax your head as much as you can. Continued breath. If you feel the mind start to get loud, come back to the breath. Feel your inhale and your exhale. Just be really present. Maybe start to sink in a little bit more. Stay connected to your breath, connected to you. So, one more deep inhale and exhale. We're going to slowly, mindfully press ourselves back up to seated. Awesome. And then go ahead and draw the legs back together, keeping that bolster handy, or pillows, whatever you got. But we're going to go ahead and set it up long ways with the mat. And there's two ways that we can do this. If you don't have a bolster and you have an extra blanket, you can also use a blanket and just roll it and place that in the center of the mat. So you have a couple options. But wherever you're at, we're going to sit at the base and we're going to lower the spine over that bolster. Reach the arms up, let the shoulders kind of wrap it, and then release the arms nice and wide. And if this is really crunchy through the back, you can either use the smaller option or you can sit on the edge of the bolster or the pillow so that the hip bones are more lined with the spine. Arms extended. And in this space, we're going to really, really try to open up the heart as much as possible. You can take the bottoms of the feet together. You can extend the legs. Whatever's not going to distract you from allowing your heart to settle and open. And we're going to be here for a little while. So often when we are over a computer or we're using technology, we tend to hover the shoulders and kind of encapsulate over what we're doing. And so it's challenging for most to really open up through our heart center. One, because of the body movements that we have, but two, it really opens you up to a very vulnerable space. And so that can be hard for a lot of people. So if you notice feelings come up, emotions that come up while you're in this posture, just recognize the emotion, recognize the feeling, but really lean into allowing yourself to open. And stay connected to your breath. Being patient and compassionate towards ourselves as we come into our own personal 100% of this posture. Make any little adjustments you need. You notice the pattern of your breath and come back to that effortless breath we began with. Stay connected to your breath. One more moment here. Awesome. And when you're ready, slowly, mindfully, just rolling to one side. Take you off of your pillow, your bolster. Go ahead and remove that bolster or pillow. Step my finger. Awesome. So we're going to come all the way back down to the spine. You can assist yourself with the hands. Come all the way down. Inhale, take the arms overhead, kind of reach the feet out, extend throughout your entire body. And then exhaling, take the knees to the chest, hands to knees. This is just a transitional posture. You maybe even interlace the fingers. Maybe even draw your chin just down to your chest ever so slightly, finding length through the back of the neck. When you're ready, go ahead and release the knees. Let the bottoms of your feet press to the ground, keeping the knees pointing up to the ceiling. And then go ahead and take your arms nice and wide, nice big T shape with the arms. Exhaling, we're going to let both knees float to the left and try to stack the knees. So that means you might have to draw the hips over to the right ever so slightly as you drop the knees over to your left. And if you like, you can even place the pillow, the bolster, the blanket under the knees if you need a little bit more height. But I'm going to ask you to start to turn your gaze towards your right hand and let your head be super heavy. Awesome. Now, if it feels good to keep the arms in a T, go ahead and stay here. And if you want a little bit more assistance with the legs, take your left hand to your right knee and just give it a gentle press down. You may even feel some opening happening through the right hip and into the right glute, maybe even into the lower back, the sciatica. But this is where we just let gravity do the work for us. Maybe even trying to draw your right ear closer to the ground. Continued breath. Awesome job. Continued breath. Any little adjustments? Continue to melt down. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Slowly start to draw yourself back to a neutral space. Just reverse those directions. You can pick the hips up, place them in a neutral space. You can keep the arms nice and wide if you like. Deep inhale. And exhaling, hips shift to the left as the knees drop to the right. Start to turn the gaze over to the left. Maybe your left ear comes closer and closer to the ground. Arms can stay wide in the T shape, or take your right hand to meet the left knee and give it a gentle press down as you sink and settle. Stay connected to your breath. Maybe notice you have a little bit more room to increase that twist. Maybe draw your left ear closer to the mat. You notice the mind getting louder, just come to the breath. More aware of this presence. Awesome. One more deep inhale. And exhaling, slowly, mindfully, just reverse. Drawing the arms to a T, draw the knees back to neutral. We're going to reset the spine, inhaling the arms all the way up. Exhaling, draw your knees to your chest, hands to knees, just as we did before, but this time you can keep the knees nice and close or let the knees fall away from one another. Just kind of settling through the hips. You can even give yourself a gentle rock from side to side, massage your lower back. Sometimes feels good after those twists. And settling into a neutral spine, taking your peace fingers, wrapping your big toe. So you're going to come to the inside of the big toe and the next toe. Wrap your peace fingers, make a little hook, and then start to draw your heels up to the ceiling as you draw your knees down to the floor. You're going to feel some opening through the hips. Really drive the hips down. Keep the spine connected to the floor. This is just coming into this happy baby posture. We're going to try to keep it still for a moment. And you can keep your knees nice and soft, or maybe start to extend one leg and then the other leg. Doesn't have to be a full extension, just kind of play. Maybe full extension for both. Continued breath. Only here for a moment. Awesome. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and release the legs, release the feet. And we're going to find ourselves in whatever final resting pose we like. So maybe that means the feet meet each other, bottoms of the feet connect as the knees float wide, lifting the back up, draw the shoulders together and down the spine. Let your hands rest by your sides, palms open. If that's too intense through the hips, go ahead and extend your legs all the way down. But just come into a place where you can find complete stillness. And any tension that you're holding on to in any of the muscles, take a big inhale and exhale, just release. Like gravity through the work. And you're feeling grounded and supported through the hips, through the shoulders. Awesome. Continued breath. Beautiful. I always like to end our class with a quote or a thought. And here's one that I think is extremely relative. It says, I've learned that whenever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. And that was Maya Angelou that said that. Our open heart is the key. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Just starting to bring awareness back into the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes, circling the wrists, the ankles. And when we're ready, making our way to whichever side feels best for just a moment. It's just coming into a fetal-like posture. Take a few breaths. When you're ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seat, eyes remaining closed. And drawing the shoulders together and down, allowing your heart to be lifted and open, allowing your mind to be free and clear. Inhaling our arms all the way up, hands meeting in prayer, and slowly, mindfully drawing our hands down over our eyes. May we see peace. Over our mouth, may we speak peace. And most importantly, over our heart, may we feel peace. The light, the love, the energy in me sees and honors all of that in you and more, and we are one. Namaste. Thank you all for practicing for yourself, practicing with me. It's an honor always. So I appreciate you. Let me go ahead and hit end.